the show. Dr. Fox summons the Nest Quick Prep It by sorting 72 ounces of chocolate powder. Caller 23 goes on a big game safari and bangs a whole Milton Bradley CEO. And Reverend Peas eats his own weight in expired Mary Jane peanut butter bars. All this and more on tonight's Time for the Show. I'm your host, Dr. Fox. Yo, that's me in the Hypercom with Reverend Peas. Who's on the line? Caller 23. Fid Chuli, he is R.I.P. Press F for respect if you're in the chat. Hypercube #1, because we checked the stats. So grab your headphones, crank the radio, buckle up, mother trucker. It's time for the show. Good Monday to you. Time for the show society. It is me, Dr. Fox, as usual, just trying to bring up them levels for you at the last minute. It's always great when we just blow their ears. Oh, because I muted you. I'm sorry, Peas. We couldn't hear you because you were muted. Are you okay?
Oh, there's a terrible delay in my...
Wow.
What do you say?
Now you're here. Great.
I'm
All right. Well, it's time for the show, a production of Hypercube Laboratories in the future capital of the former Spanish Empire, some other place. I don't know. It's a dumb joke, and I don't like it. It's time for the show.
It must stay in the show.
What's going on, Peas? Are you?
So many activities.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since I got my bunk beds, my activity to lifestyle ratio has increased dramatically.
Yeah, because you get the extra steps every morning when you come down from the top
Sure.
bunk. Are you a
But
top
you have
piece?
so much extra. You have so much extra room for all your activities.
Do you have a little desk underneath there, and you do your homework and color in your Dora the Explorer comic books?
Oh, she's so brave.
She's legal now. It's legal, Peas.
She is brave. You know who else is legal, but he's probably gone over the Rainbow Bridge already? Is poor old Blue.
Like the singer?
No, Blue from Blue's Clues.
Like Satchmo?
That dog's dead. You know that. Even if it's a cartoon dog, it's got to be dead by now.
All cartoon dogs go to heaven, Peas. Didn't you see that documentary by Don Bluth? You Philistine.
Yeah, I feel like Don Bluth is the retarded cousin of Walt Disney when it comes to animated films.
Okay.
That's just me.
Now we have a show. Now Dr. Fox has something that he can talk about for 3 days.
Like whoever reminisces about the time they saw a Don Bluth fucking cartoon.
You ever play Dragon's Lair? Dirk the Daring?
The shittiest game ever invented.
Laserdisc video game? Dragon's Lair? That's Don Bluth making that aggravating piece of technology.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
That's exactly like sitting through one of his movies, man.
What Don Bluth movies do you not like? What about Rockadoodle?
Not a fan.
You're not a fan of Rockadoodle? That's basically the key story.
It sounds
Rockadoodle
like you even
is
know
really the
that's a Don
animated
Bluth
adventures
film.
of Reverend Peas.
But if that you even know that that's a Don Bluth film.
Are you Rockadoodle or are
feel,
you the cat with the raccoon hat? You know?
I feel like you must really like this guy
on the radio.
You must like this guy a lot to even know that that's one of his movies. I probably have struck a nerve by even saying I don't like him.
Yeah, if that's how
you know something, you did strike a nerve.
I didn't know you were a fanboy.
You did strike a nerve.
And this is very Reverend.
This is going down in the apologies later.
RC23. I'm not apologizing for shit anymore.
You can apologize for saying the S word on the radio.
It's Canadian radio, and I think that's part of their vernacular. This is a bunch of shit we got ourselves into now, eh, boys?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. God damn it. What is it tonight? Why?
It's one of those nights.
Well, it works because tonight's theme is forever, which is
Forever.
like
As in
how
how
long
long
has
this
this
show
show
is-
has been
yeah.
going on? Yeah. Or how long will it take before it gets good? You know, we've got a nice theme. All right. Peas, what's something that lasts forever?
Well,
Other than diamonds or Batman?
Bob Dobbs lasts forever. Argus Q Fox. Bob Dobbs.
Now you're going to go
is
start
eternal.
plugging all that
Wasn't he
crap
born?
again.
Last
Huh?
time I checked, Bob was born.
But like
You gotta
Bob
you gotta
has
check the bottom and
transcended
see
his
the
organic form.
date.
Jesus
The
Christ,
date
dude.
on the right
I'm
butt
buying you a
cheek.
book.
This Bob born
Yeah. And
on. 'Cause
born
it's
on.
Cute, 'cause
Yeah,
it's
he
cute.
doesn't have an expiration date. He just has a
It's
born
not
on
like
date.
they're making like a batch of Bob Dobbs at a time. No, there's only one, and you got him. You
Do you know how
got
to
him.
piss
you
off?
lucky winner.
Do
you
you?
lucky
Do you know how
winner?
to piss off a Discord chat room?
For
All you have to
I'd imagine signing in.
No, all you got to do is say that
Nice.
Don Bluth fucking sucks.
You studio
and Disney
audience.
was great, and people are really pissed off at me.
Well, that's what you get for reading the chat. You want to just
But
do
the
that for the
chat
rest
is
of
the
the show?
best part of the show, and that's the
For
thing.
the
I don't
people
think
that are on the
people
chat
get.
at time for the show.
They should become patrons so that they could get on the chat and they could see the underlying seedy underbelly of the show, which really is the part of the show that you want to be a part of, but
The
you can't
seedy
get
underbelly
there.
of this show is the RSS feed. That's the seedy underbelly. If
We have one of those?
If we were to clear that up with a shot of hepatitis C, then the entire world would be spared the pain and agony of time for the show. We do this because it hurts, Peas.
Hey,
That's
let me
why
ask you
I'm
a
here.
personal question. Do you think that the
You?
most favorite television show of all subgeniuses was Manimal?
No, I think the favorite television show of all subgeniuses was What's My Line, with that episode with Colonel Sanders, specifically. It was pretty good. He said he had like 11 secret
Really?
herbs and spices. Guess what? I got one. Salt.
Which one? Salt?
Salt. 10 to go.
That's a secret.
Touche, Colonel Sanders. And I'm going to do like Colonel Sanders. I'm going to hire some black people to fix my podcast. It's okay.
Are you
Papa
allowed to
John
even
has a
s-
podcast.
Are you
He
even
can
allowed
say
to say that? I
Nice.
think you have to say people of color now. But I remember saying colored used to be bad, but if
POC.
you put people of in front of it, it's okay
People
again.
of colored.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
no.
a member of
That's
the
wrong. That's gotta
NAACP,
be
the
wrong.
National Association of Awesome Caucasian People.
No, I don't think that's what it stands for, dude.
It's
a
on the
complicated time that
card.
we live
I
in.
have the card right here.
Aren't you concerned with this complicated time that we live in? It seems
I'm
like
not,
everybody's
I am not
trying
a
to
time enthusiast.
pit us
Not a
against
time
each other.
enthusiast. Not a big fan of it. I don't subscribe to it. I think it's an ideology dreamt up by the real Satan, and we're
Real Satan.
yeah, not one of those fake Satans.
Not that guy in the hallway.
How
he was
can
just
you
a demon.
tell when
That
you're
was
dealing
just
with the
a
real
demon.
Satan and not like some poser Satan?
Carl.
How do you know? Is there like a secret handshake or something? You know, oh, this is the real Satan.
Oh, here comes the masonry. Okay, Peas, tell us more about how you were excommunicated from the Shriners again.
No, dude. I rage quit. Wasn't excommunicated. I could go right back anytime I want, but that's not really my point.
Oh yeah,
my
they
point
just
is,
take you. They'd take you right back.
Of course they would,
Open-
dude. I was the
open
fucking
loving
Masons,
arms.
dude.
It,
I was
sack
incredibly
of black
popular in the
marbles,
Masons.
Peas,
I
a
was
sack of black
incredibly-
marbles. I'll even
incredibly
send you
popular
one.
in the
That'll
Masons.
you're getting black marbles in a cube too. But no, you're
But
getting,
here's my
you're getting
thing.
black marbles
Really,
in a
you're at the crossroads,
office
right?
box.
You're selling your soul for some musical abilities. How do you know you're dealing with the real Satan and you're not dealing with some minor
Carl,
demon
the
who's going to
demon.
resell your soul for more money and you're not even going to get full value for it?
Okay,
Like,
anybody
he's
that
offensive
sells
souls.
a soul for money obviously is in the wrong kind of market.
Well, like
Because
demon money, I don't
souls are
know.
a
You know,
dime
excuse
a
me for
dozen.
not knowing the currency of the underworld, but whatever they use for cred or money or
Fresh
to make
buttholes
themselves,
mainly.
it's whatever that is.
It's a large economy in hell.
Okay,
From
we can
circles
all
1
agree
through
that
4.
hell is going to be
Butt
based on a
coins,
capitalistic system, right? We
it's
can all
butt
agree on
coins.
that.
It's a
Ano currency.
Yeah.
You know,
You like that, Peas? That's real-time jokes.
I do. I like because I'm trying to make it be like
That's
Bitcoin.
because we saved
I'm
it
trying
for
to
the show.
I'm trying to take anal currency and Bitcoin it somehow, and that's when I started snorting because I couldn't
10
come up
seconds
with
ago,
it.
butt coin, peas, butt coin. You're killing
But
me.
I don't think that snaps. I don't think that's gonna
Butthole
work.
snap. They snap all right, and they pop. But if you get a crackle, slow down. Get the silicone-based lube. I know you're a dry man, peas, but
Which
go
includes
for the squishy
dry
stuff.
powdered graphite. Am I right?
Did I tell you guys about the disaster
What's
I had
great
with my
is
Jeep?
when you pull out and then you can leave like a tire tread on the
The
cheek.
skid mark. Yeah.
Did I tell you guys about the disaster I had with my Jeep?
The disaster with your Jeep that you take off
Yeah.
into the remote wilderness of the desert.
Correct.
Let me guess. Okay. What
go ahead.
happened to Pease's Jeep? Okay.
All right, what's your guess?
Okay, well, hold on.
That should be
It
a hey,
told me
you know
that it
what?
just
We
wanted to
should
be
do a
friends.
whole segment about that. What happened to Pease's Jeep?
Okay, we'll do that then. This show's going on forever, so here's our first song about
Yeah, it's
forever.
gonna be a while.
When we come back, I'm gonna guess what happened to Pease's Jeep. You're listening to Time for the Show. Pease, tell
What?
them about the song.
It's 20th Century Man by the Guess Who.
Ding dong, tickety tack, pop, bam, 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 bing, ba-da-dum, bang, bing, shing, shong, ding dong. It's time for the show. Dr. Fox here on the golden microphone. Reverend Peas in the Hypercom. How you doing, Peas?
I'm doing very well.
All right,
you know,
Peas. Before we
considering
took off on our first 20th Century Man for the night, and who knows, we might actually have a couple of little surprises throughout the show tonight, folks. But Peas has done something to his Jeep, and so we're going to spend this segment figuring out what has happened to Peas' Jeep.
What it could be,
now,
right?
I don't know how many guesses he's going to give me, and I don't know if I get, like, any kind of way to, like, narrow it down. Like, do I get to play 20 questions with your Jeep? Like, question number 1, do you still have your Jeep?
I do still have the Jeep.
Okay,
of course
so
I
he-
do.
okay,
the
Pease still
Recon 1
has
is still in
the
my
Jeep.
possession.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you... All right, so question number 2, have you gotten your Jeep back from someone?
No, I still have the Jeep in my possession. It's in my front yard as we speak.
And it
However,
hasn't
I feel like
transferred
the
owners or anything.
No, I feel like the direction that you were going with that, like it was maybe someplace for a repair or something like that,
I was
have
going
been...
more for like repossession.
Oh no, come on, dude. No, come on.
You can
that's not
lean
gonna
on
happen.
me, Peas. Don't worry.
No, I'll be fine. All I
It's a
have to do,
finance
you know,
joke,
here,
kids.
and I haven't done this, but I know that if I got into trouble with the Jeep and the payment, all I would
Dr.
have
Fox
to do,
will give you something to lean on.
right, I would just have to reach out to my good friend Dr. Fox and say, Dr. Fox, I'm going to need a little bit of our vast Patreon contributions for this month to help me through this incredibly rough time. And he'd be like, absolutely, Peas, I
Peas, if
understand.
you put a quarter in the
thousands
jar
of
every time
dollars
you
would be
talked
at my
about your Jeep,
disposal
you'd be able to buy a
one
new
time.
one.
Yeah, you'd pay it off by now.
Well, but we don't have that officially set up.
Well,
so
whose fault is that? I guess we'll send you
I'm
a
not
box
sure.
to keep some
I'm not
quarters
sure.
in.
Well, I need the quarters too.
All right, everybody, send your rolls of coins to 6428 Dopey Peak Drive.
Oh,
You
wow.
wanna
Las Vegas,
finish it?
Nevada, 89108.
Oh,
There you
I've
go.
given up, Peas. You whatever you get. What you said, you got some stuff in the mail, but we'll talk about that later. So you still
We
have your
will.
Jeep.
I still
All
have my
right.
Jeep.
Now,
So
now I know Jeeps come in multiple pieces, but
They
usually when you buy them, you
Oh,
kind of consider that like one piece, like one
yeah,
unit
but
of Jeep.
that's a fallacy.
All right, what's
that's
a
a
fallacy?
fallacy.
What's a fallacy?
That when you get a Jeep, it's just one piece.
No,
'Cause
it's a
unlike
set.
other
It's
cars,
a unit. It's one Jeep unit.
right? But there's components, if I'm using that term correctly, that you can replace or decide. Oh, this component is broken, so let me get a new component.
Do you put a
for my
fleshlight
Jeep unit?
in your exhaust
Huh?
pipe, or do you just raw dog it?
With that, you know, I do. You know that I should almost
Do you
do that
bareback your
because
Jeep?
No, I think that would be funny
Pause
because
that
you'd
Ned
see it
Jeep,
puckering
bro.
as the exhaust came out the fucking back of it, right underneath Bob's face. There would be this puckering fleshlight.
There's always
That-
something
that would
puckering
be
at the bottom
amusing
of Bob's
That-
face.
Yeah,
Peas.
but I think that would be an amusing metaphor to drive to make a reality in my life.
So, how many pieces is your Jeep in now?
Okay, well,
It sounds
good
like- it
question.
sounds like
I'm gonna
we've-
say
got
3. I'm
somewhere.
gonna say 3 pieces. Okay,
The big one and the 2 smaller ones?
4. maybe
Can I guess
4.
what happened?
Okay, sure. That's what we're doing. That's the
Okay.
segment.
Well,
Guess what happened to
I'm
Peas'
just going to
Jeep?
jump in and guess and just cut to the chase here real fast. You tried to fix something or change out a custom component and you broke it in the process.
You know, I wish we had judges for this, like Scalpod and Cosmac. But you're so close. But I gotta say, if I was the judge, and I'm trying to be impartial here, I would say close, but no cigar. What happened was, well, here's the thing. I bought a new Jeep top to replace the old one because, as you know
You're
from
a
my
Jeep
previous
bottom.
Jeep stories, my back
He's a
window would
Jeep
not
power
unzip
bottom.
or zip
Does
up.
that Jeep top spin pretty good for you, Peas? Does it stay upright?
So it does, except for I got it in the mail and I looked at it and I looked at the Jeep and I looked at the top and I looked at the old top and I thought, this is not going to spin. This is an Australian top. You need to use this kind of
Oh, it
top
spins in the other
Australia.
direction.
Correct. God, I love
Oh.
you so much, Cosmac. You just are
Shit.
catching
Cosmac's
Commandos! So, look, I'm harmonizing with myself. So anyway, I call up the company that I bought the Jeep top from, and I'm saying, "Hey, look, I'm looking at this, and I don't think
You're
that
a
this is a
Jeep pump.
complete." Now, I'll use some technical terms here. You guys may not understand them. I said, "This is not what you guys said it was. You told me it was an OEM replacement top, and this is not."
OEM.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Do you know what that stands for,
That's-
Artist Q Fox?
EM.
That stands for
Technical.
obligations exceeding matrimony. So anything that you
Maybe.
have done
Maybe it
before
does.
or
Maybe it
after,
does.
like the legal nuptials you've had with your Jeep, because I know you're in Las Vegas.
I could marry my Jeep legally, I
creepy.
guess. Carrots would be upset. So anyway, I tell the guy, look, it's not going to fit. He goes, no. And he explains it to me. It will fit. Just take this one part off your frame and it will fit and you'll be perfect. So I'm like, all right, dude. So the next morning I wake up like it's
And told
Christmas
me the
morning.
same thing about my love handles.
I wake up like it's Christmas morning. I start taking the old top off. Now my old top is super old, so it had a couple of like pull ribbit things. So I pulled on them and it wouldn't come off. So I pulled
Ribbit.
a little harder and it ripped the canvas. So I'm like, no big deal. I got the new top. The guy told me
No
to work.
turning
I'll be
back
fine.
now.
So right, exactly. RC23. So I'm ripping the shit out of this thing, right? I am breaking the fuck out of my top. The only
Yeah.
problem with it was
Fucking
Is-
kill it.
it had like a bad zipper in the back window, right? So then I start putting the new top on, and I get
Wait. Your window has a zipper?
yeah,
not
it's a
right.
Jeep.
Is that a Jeep
It's a
thing?
Jeep, yeah.
It's a Jeep thing. It is a Jeep thing. So I get the new top on, and
It's
I'm like
fine. His
sweating.
shoes
It's
do
like
too.
106 degrees, and I get it to the back.
Is
and I
that's so you can
realize-
pee out the window without exposing the rest of your anatomy to the elements?
Friend, you guys don't understand. There's like
No, we don't. I
8,000
think we made
screws
more
to this
reasonable
canvas
vehicle
thing that you
purchases.
put on the Jeep, right? There's like 8,000 screws that you get to put on just to find out this is never going to fucking work. So I go inside. I got a meeting at 12.
Jeeps
this is
are like
Friday.
Disneyland. They will never be completed. That's
So
the
I go in to
entire
check my
idea,
email
right?
to find out
Customized
what time the
forever.
meeting is.
Jeeps,
And the guy from the
perfect for
company
tonight's topic.
the night before tells me, "Oh, hey, dude, by the way, I thought about what I told you on the phone. So when I got home, I went to the manufacturer's website, and yeah, that top won't work. Please don't try to install it. I'll get you a Well, it's already too late, dude. I'm glad you sent me the
Oh,
email.
he's
You know
doing
what?
2 people. Okay, I thought. you
Also,
were-
like Disneyland, Jeeps are powered by giant rodents.
It's possible, but they're shitloads. So anyway, so
you
now
can
at the end
attract
of the
with your
story,
bees
the end of the
scented
story is
soap.
How many how many mouse power does your Jeep have?
you guys don't
Jeez.
get it, man. I have no fucking top on my
we
Jeep.
don't get it.
Yep, it's 112 degrees here
Everyone
in
else
Las Vegas.
doesn't get
Yeah,
it.
but it's a
I have
dry.
It's a
no
dry
shade.
heat, Peas. That's why you're a dry man.
It's it's been hot where you guys are out there in Florida, right?
Yeah, and I
then
haven't
where the
heard
listeners are.
anybody here in the future capital of the former Spanish Empire going on about it's a wet heat.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they're
Yeah.
Spanish.
And alligators, and it's hot.
So do you go down like the strip in your Jeep?
I do.
Why?
I had to go. Well, one reason was I had to go pick up Mr. Sister a couple days ago
a
to go
Nazi.
have breakfast. Yeah, but it doesn't make me one by picking him up. I'm just,
Graduate of Peas
Yeah.
concentration
Hitler's
camp.
chauffeur said the same thing.
I didn't let the
I
Nazi.
just work
I just
here.
need the money.
Gordon.
Shut up, dude. Fuck you.
Shut up! It's a radio
He's
show.
my
Peas.
friend. He's my friend.
Okay,
I want
Cosmac,
you-
can you please channel Manny and Manny, and we can get car talk rolling here? The two arts, the Mexican Italian immigrant.
So Peas, tell us more about your problem, Peas. With this Jeep of yours.
Yeah, Jeep problem.
No, that's
Peas
it.
has
I got
Jeep
no
problems,
top.
folks.
Hashtag, yeah.
I had to buy a new top.
Hashtag Jeep problems right now.
I had to buy a new top that cost twice as much. I
So
gotta
so
put
wait.
this whole top back.
So the wheels are still attached, and you have the ignition key, right? So
Have
what's
you
the
seen-
problem?
Have you seen Lawrence of Arabia?
Yes.
Okay, you know when Lawrence is going to cross the
No
desert
spoilers,
and come at
Peas!
Aqaba
No
from behind
spoilers!
from the desert,
God.
and all the Arabs go, "You can't do that. That's the anvil of God."
Yeah, and then
the
he's
part-
like, "No, wait, I can do that because, like Peas, I have a Jeep."
And then
Right,
Iron
exactly,
Man takes
except
Thor's
for-
hammer.
That desert he
don't
went
know if you're
through is
talking about
nothing
that
like
or
the
if you're talking
Mojave.
about
You
Caligula.
guys think because Las
No, we
Vegas
don't.
is here,
We really
that
don't.
this is some kind of
Hypercube
civilized
rule number
bastion of the
one,
United
don't
States. This is
think.
the most desolate
Easiest-
environment on the
easiest
face
lesson
of
we
the
coulda
earth. The Mojave Damn Desert. You have no idea.
Is that
the
where
Mojave Desert?
Is that why there's
Mojave
a
Desert.
desert?
Where
Because
you
there's a
choose to
dam?
live.
Is that how it
Mojave
works?
Desert.
Where's the water?
Sure, Peas,
then?
I play computer games.
Right? And isn't like one of the bad environments always the Mojave Desert?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the worst in Fallout.
Right? See, there you go.
Okay, now
the
I
stand.
want to throw up again.
The stand. Where's-
Mojave, mo problems.
Mohave.
RC23 with the Mojave. Hey, can you make something funny out of the word Moapa Valley? I think I've nailed it. I don't even need to be on the show. We just use the soundboard. We'll be fine.
Well, already did that one. So, Peas, how many pieces is your Jeep in right now?
3.
All right, and those 3 parts are what?
Well, the canvas top, the old canvas top that ripped apart when I took it off.
The old one. That's one.
Yeah.
It fell apart, ripped apart by accident in your hands.
Okay.
Well, no. I told you earlier in the story,
Part
had you
number
paid
2.
attention,
What's part
that I
number
was
2?
when I was taking the old top off the frame. Piece of it, it's so old that the zippers and the snaps just
I hear
ripped
you,
off
I
of
hear
it.
you. Actually, I feel you on this one, Peas. I just broke my own car recently trying to swap
That
the
ain't right.
stereo out. And then
What'd
I go
you
to
do?
remove a plastic clip and I cracked a big old plastic panel in half.
Nice. And how do you fix that? You think of it, and this is the thing:
Well,
your
how
mind
I
won't
fix
let
it
it
is
go.
with a
Do you know what I mean?
little super glue
RC23. Your mind will spin like, I can get glue. Maybe if I heat the 2 pieces together, I can.
See, yeah, I'm not that worried about it though because I'm not in love with my car.
That's racist.
So I'll just leave it broken. It's fine.
All right, good for you. Well, that's how it had to be with my top. I had to leave myself topless because there was no way to get a new top in time to rectify the situation. So today I have to go to the convocation for the college that I work at. So I got to wear I'm wearing a suit, dude.
What college
I look
do you
so
work
good.
at, Peas?
I work at the Nevada, and so
College
I'm
of
all
Nevada.
dressed up. Nevada. I've talked about this many times. Anyway, so I'm wearing this suit, and this is how good I look, guys. Okay, when you're sitting in an auditorium waiting for the president of your college to talk, and some lady walks by you and then stops and looks around, and goes, "Man, that's a nice suit." You know you're looking sharp. Okay, that's setting the
I thought she was
tone
gonna
for
say,
your.
that's a nice Jeep.
Well, I don't know that she could see.
Did she see you
probably,
in the
that's
Jeep?
why.
Did she see you in the Jeep, or did she see you
She
inside
might
the
not
building?
have. I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's a good question. That's
It's
a
a fact that Pease looks up to 50% more handsome when he's in a Jeep.
At least.
Or wearing
At
a
least.
suit. And here's the thing. I'm wearing like a colored suit, like Bernie Mac. Okay?
A suit of color, Peas.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Excuse me. A suit of color.
Thank you.
Was it a Technicolor Dream suit?
No, it's just one color, but it's like a Bernie Mac suit. And there's not a lot of Irish people that could pull off wearing a suit like this. But you'll all be happy to know that I want to use the word hero, but maybe that's not strong enough of a word. This show needs to be organic. The Peas looks pretty good in the Bernie Mac type attire. So
Did you hear that? Leave Peas alone.
Happy. And you know what? I do have a bone to pick.
Oh, yeah? Well, then let's come to that on the next segment.
Next
Peas,
segment after
why don't you tell
the
them about
20th
this
Century
next
Man by the
song
Rolling
that
Stones?
we've got coming up?
I was really interested in hearing about how handsome Pease was. Because that was basically the story,
it's
right, Pease?
implied.
Is that you're sitting there telling us
and
that
it's
you're
kind of
handsome.
implied how
And I
handsome.
find that very
not just in my
easy to
own
believe.
viewpoint, but the viewpoints of strange women throughout the land.
Yeah, it makes you feel good, right?
It did make me feel good, dude. I gotta be honest with you, it really did. And I think that maybe we should all take a moment to maybe compliment somebody we see during the day, so everybody could feel good like that. Maybe we start feeling better as a people, as a nation.
I agree. Just yesterday, I was like, "Hey, baby, that weave is fly."
No, dude, I don't think it would. You got baby steps, dude. I think that is, yeah, Florida. That's I guess Florida. I'll rational Florida, but yeah.
Well, you know, she liked it. I could tell that she liked it. She put the crack
Listen,
pipe down.
I know that Fox
She
is
stood
playing
up,
a song
and she
right
started
now. So
walking
none of this
after
is
me.
getting on the
No,
radio.
no,
It's
So
all
I
no,
walked
about
away
actually-
really fast. It was-
No, for
I could tell
once,
she
we're
liked
just kind of rolling it, yo. What else you got, Peas? You didn't even tell us what the song was.
What song? I did. I said it was 20th Century Man by the Rolling Stones, but then RC was talking about actually got a
I
little
thought it was
racist.
20th Century Kink by Soft Cell.
Oh man, that Tainted Love. That's my favorite song, dude. That's my jam.
We're gonna wait to go to the next song because tonight's theme is about forever. So just keep going.
Well, you know what? That song's forever my jam.
So you're ready. Come on, a little more, Peas.
What do you did you now? Here's the thing about
How long do you
forever.
think it would take that song to fall into a black hole?
Well, it goes on a long time. It's a long
So
song.
roughly how long?
There's the studio version, and then there's like the extended.
So
mixed
if you were to
version.
describe how long it was using an adjective that started with the letter F, how long do you think that would be?
Well, here's the thing, dude. That song actually it goes over the course of 2 albums sold separately. So you only hear the first part of the song on the first album. They didn't release the second part of the song till the following year. And it's actually their only
I've
hit.
seen CDs like that before though.
So
Like,
I think if you have to
Kenny
factor
G,
that
CD.
those
the
release
Kenny G
dates
4 CD
into,
set of him holding the longest
if you
note
factor
ever.
those release times into the amount of time that it would take to get sucked into the black hole, I'm gonna have to say very quickly.
All right, we'll be back very quickly after 20th Century Man by the Kinks. You're listening to Time for the Show.
Are you?
Time for the show. Oh, I'm just hiding there. Oh, where'd it go? Here, come here. Just a little closer. Is that better? You like that? You like that a little bit? It's for you. Yeah, for you. Time for the show. This is Dr. Fox. We're coming back from Cali Whiz by the Church of the Broken Car Antenna. That song available everywhere underneath
All right, don't be funny.
most garbage dumpsters. Wow.
The show's starting. Stop being funny.
Yeah,
You should really tell them about those ancient Aztec fuel gods, Peas. Or was it? No, not the Aztecs. It was the Incas.
It was the Incas. Well, here's the thing. Off air, Cosmac and I were discussing what engine of choice the Incas must have used. And we decided because of the overall abuse that a diesel combustible engine can go through, that had to have been what the Incas used. And then Cosmac wisely, and being the historic professor of history that he is, knew immediately that the originator of that Inca diesel motor was Cosmac,
Quetzalcoatl Diesel.
who
Of
happens
course.
to be, strangely enough, the great-great-grandfather of Vin Diesel.
Yeah, well,
So
thank you for
there's
that
a little,
fact, Peas.
there's a little automotive history for you guys tonight.
I know little entertainment history, too.
Punch, I can tell you.
Well, we'll talk about the fruit punch later, right?
Yeah, right
Cool
now
it.
it's time
Free
for
Cool It
my
after the
favorite
show.
part of the show
Come to the Jim
that
Jones
goes on
snack bar.
forever. It's Ask Peas.
Oh boy.
Hooray.
Okay.
Let me reach into the mailbag. This is a mailbag.
I don't think you should just go assuming it's.
I'm just going to go through it. You know?
Get the
Wow.
one at the bottom.
Look at all of this.
I
There's
think that
so
might be a
much.
female bag.
It's wet on the bottom. We might have something here. Peas,
boy.
every week people keep sending letters to me, even though I tell them to send them
Not
to
to.
you.
Yeah.
But I
They don't
guess I
listen.
have to read these to you, and you answer them. But it's easier if I just mute you and read it, because I don't want you to interrupt me while I'm reading the question, and you'll get the
that makes
answer.
sense. That makes
All right,
sense.
so here we go. Dear Peas, I recently enjoyed my 63rd birthday, and there's air quotes around enjoyed. They're also written on here. There's quotes on that, but only on the second enjoyed. I'm sorry. Every year I get a lousy card tree and a $5 gift certificate to Cheddar Bay. They only give you one order of biscuits until your entree comes out. What do I do to make 64 a good one? And that's from Crab Fiddly of Anchorage, Massachusetts. All right, Peas, answer Crab.
You know, I'd like to answer that question, but I think the best answer can be given by a famous member of The Who, Kurt Cobain, who's no longer with us anymore. And Kurt would have said, Jimi Hendrix was an okay guitarist, but he really could farm a mean row of corn. So if you think of that, your problem and your question in that light, you'll understand what you should do next.
Not bad, Peas. I'm sure that'll help him sleep tonight. Here we have one. Dear Peas, the Lord and Savior of this world, Jesus F. Christ, is coming back to retake his throne over mankind. He told me that you're not trying hard enough. Maybe you should clean his foot wounds with your tongue. And that's from Jack Van Impe of Colorado, Washington.
Well, hey Jack, how you doing? And all my friends in Colorado. Great question.
He's friends with your friend Peter Popoff.
Yeah, well, you know, it's funny. Peter stopped communicating with me
Hilarious,
recently, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, and we talk a lot about this when we discuss the Star Trek versus Star Wars. You know, which is the better medium, which is the better sci-fi thing.
It's
So
Star
when
Trek.
you overlay that on top of the question you asked me, you're able to see both sides of what really is bothering you. So just kind of apply that template to it, the Star Trek versus Star Wars template, and your answer will come to you forthwith. If it doesn't, send me $5 and I will send you a secret chant that will enable you to come up with your answer. And you couldn't need it. You got this answer.
Sometimes, Peas, you really nail these. You're doing great. Got one more for you here. Dear Peas, my mom says polysaccharides will give me tumors, and they'll be extra juicy. What do? And that's from Lenny Hastits of Greenfield Children's Cemetery of Round Point, Idaho. Lenny.
Me personally, if I come across a squirrel or a possum on the side of the road, I give it a quick whiff. If there's no maggots on it, I'll take that home, skin it up, and throw it on the grill. So I think you're going to be fine.
And that was my favorite part of the show. Ask Peas. It really is. It's my favorite part of the show.
I kind of felt like it was going on forever.
And ever and ever and ever.
If only it could.
Well played, RC23.
Oh, don't worry. I think there's plenty of stuff that we have that can go on forever. So, who's your blind eye, Peas?
Well, my blind eye is probably the guy who insisted that I had the right top at the extremeterrain.com Jeep store. And then only later it fessed up. You know, here's the thing in America that I could be angry at this guy, right? Because it's like wasting my time. I'm driving around the hot Mojave Desert sun. But I worked with this guy a lot over the weekend, even though maybe he has Down syndromes or something. I don't know. But the thing about it was, I was impressed with him because of the type of work that I do with support and talking to people for a living, sometimes with computers. Is that guy actually, some little thing in the back of his mind said, I didn't give him the right answer. And he actually did go out and make sure that he was right, realized he was wrong, and he fessed up to it. And I think that makes that guy a good guy, because a lot of people won't do that. They'll just, oh no, or they just ghost you.
But you still want him to die.
Well, he did cause me to drive around without my Jeep without a top for a few days. I'm just saying, it's unfortunate, and had you not screwed up in the first place, you wouldn't be getting this blind eye. But hold your head hold your head high.
I'm
as you're
trying
about
to keep my head above
at
die
the hands
right now.
of whatever terrorist group is handy this week. But die knowing.
I think we're going to go with like that
right
militia
thing.
in Montana this week.
Someone should pass him a snorkel.
Yeah, you did the right thing, dude. You fessed up to your mistake, and I respect you for it. I don't respect you enough not to blind eye you, but I respect you enough to blind eye you with a little bit of remorse.
Right-hand drive.
Left.
Oh, thank you, Cosmac. Who's your blind eye, Cosmac?
I actually, I was trying to think of one, but, it was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, it's hard to think of the last second there, huh?
Who's your blind eye, caller 23?
Oh, see, because I always have one. I always got one ready.
I always have one, Mr. Argus Fox. Argus Fox, I have my blind eye.
Fucking Pollyanna.
I have my blind eye.
I'm just saying,
Don't forget to give us homework before the show's over.
You got a Big Apple for a teacher, you fuck.
Basically, you just think back to your day and think about what pissed me off today. And then you just blind eye them. It's really easy. So, people that stop at yellow lights. Got that a couple of times
That
today.
was mine. That was mine years ago. Come on.
Oh, really?
Like
no, you were
79.
people that wouldn't make the right, that stop at right-hand turns.
No, this week? Oh, no, you're just saying last time.
No,
I've had that one
time.
before. Every time.
Every
yeah.
time.
Every time blind
Every
eye.
single time.
I could blind eye people that give you awards that they didn't want and then make it up like it's somehow they're giving you an award. But I'm not going to do that because I was really glad to get the award anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Nothing matters.
No.
Well, you know what I'm talking about, right? Because I got a
Nothing will
package
ever
in the mail
matter
from one of
again.
our. I got a package in the mail from one of our listeners. Did I tell you guys about this?
No, I don't think you told us about that.
Okay, so it says, Peas, glad to hear that the tumor is gone. Because you guys may not remember, I had a tumor in my neck before I got the Jeep.
It somehow slipped my mind.
Yeah.
You got a tuber in your neck?
Yeah, big old potato. You deserve recognition! Exclamation point. You're my mentor.
You're very brave, Peas. Has anyone told you that?
Underlined,
You're brave and you
mentor
need a big
has
old
an
ice cream.
exclamation point. BMCC dash.
Because you're so
It stands for, quote, Bob's, closing quote, Medical Cut-Up Committee. It's signed dash Iron Lawless.
CPs, every time
Moth.
that we chop a little piece of you off, you get stuff in the mail. So we
and
should
what I
just
got
keep
was this
sending
little-
you
Did I
back
just-
in.
I just
Giant
realized that you can just
star.
say CP.
I got this
And
giant
you're
star
referring
that
to
says
peas.
BMCC Mentor. Thank you for your
CP
star
is
performance.
nice.
You could
CP
kill somebody
is
with this
nice.
thing.
Carl Peters?
I don't
Peter
know.
Sensen.
It's a
Well, I thought
mystery.
CP was Carl Peters.
Who's your
So,
blind eye,
Dash-
Peas?
Dash Iron. Thank you very much for the award, Dash Iron.
I'll just go ahead and
Or is
on
it
his
Ian?
or her behalf, I'll just
It's Ian.
preemptively say
Maybe
you're
he's
welcome.
Arab. It's Dashian Lewismoth. Yeah, Dashian Lewismoth.
Did you have a
No,
blind eye, caller 23?
Dashian Lawless Moth.
Yeah, I got a blind eye. Is
Yeah?
that nobody
you
ever
got?
has any blind eyes?
I got a blind eye.
Who's your blind eye?
People
Who's your
with
blind
ankle
eye? You always have
tattoos.
good one.
Oh, you don't really blind eye. You kind of like them. You think it's cute.
No. No, any decision that you can hide with a sock wasn't worth making in the initial investment. No.
Yeah.
No, come on, commit. Full facial
Face or nothing.
tattoo.
Yep.
And an
Yeah,
ankle
front of the
bracelet,
page.
that just compounds the sin, right?
Cosmac, did you have a blind eye?
I didn't.
Okay. Fid, did you have a blind eye?
I didn't.
Yeah, my blind eye is people who generate conversation with the question, so what do you do?
Dag, yo. We'll be right back with 20th Century
I
Man
exist.
on the Kinks. Time for the
Wait,
show.
do I?
My erection's gone for 5 hours. What should I do?
Whenever, forever,
Scoop song. Do you have
But
it?
I need some new Scoops material to cut up for it.
Well, we're gonna have some scoops coming up then. That's for damn sure. He's all chomping at the bit. He's over there. Yeah, that makes it sound more Slavic. You see. I am very honored to be part of the show. Our Slavic reporter from the Eastern Europe, Checkaholics Anonymous. It's classic peas.
All peas is classic.
It's gonna be on.
Peas.
It is. It's gonna be on my best of album. Scoop,
All right.
scoop, scoop,
Well,
scoop.
we're coming down on that. So we got Reverend Peas here on his committed first hour. We are going to play a fun round of Is It a Band? And we just so happen to have Cosmac of Peas. You want to hit that
Cosmax Commando.
Oh boy.
phone? It clips
Yeah,
just
I'm
like
here.
the soundboard. Dr. Cosmac is here. He's been here for a while, folks. He's a nice guy. Super
So
fun.
are we playing by the regular rules? I heard there were some rumors that the rules had been changed.
Tonight, Peas and I are going to play on a team together, and we are going to see how many out of 3 or 4 we can get, because we're pushing that hour, and then we'll get some apologies out of Peas, and then we'll take one more break and hit to that post show.
Okay, so it's like a beat your own record kind of thing.
Yeah, let's try that. We're gonna work together,
Yeah.
Peas. You and
All
me.
right, well that's great because I just happen to have a set of 3 hypothetical band names, and they're all peas themed.
Wow.
So,
What an
first one, see if you guys can figure it out. Peasy, just peasy.
Peasy.
Yeah, or EY. I'd take an alternate spelling.
Argus, I don't think that's going to be a band name. It's not clever enough. It doesn't invoke enough penis about it. So I just say no.
Penis or peasness?
Peasness.
The thing is, if he's willing to accept an alternate spelling,
Into the
then
middle
it's-
of the microphone there.
if he's willing to accept an alternate spelling, it's almost certainly not a band.
Excuse me. I believe that Argus and Peas were a team.
Wait,
I didn't
wanna
hear anybody
play.
say that
Well, I
Argus, RC23, and Peas were a team.
Okay,
did
so
I
here-
miss something?
then- so
I
I'll
never-
tell
I
you
never
what.
claimed
Did I
to be on
did
your
I
team.
miss
Since it's
something in the
rounded
show? Did I like have a fugue stage?
Well, the hosts can play as a team. This
So,
isn't
yeah.
a competition.
So,
it's
well,
more
you
just
know,
for fun.
RC23
I
is
didn't
not
know that it
necessarily a
officially regulates
host.
More
the
like an
word
executive
host. I thought
producer.
he was
RC23 is the
stand-in.
producer, so I'll tell you what we'll do, because the Church of the Broken Car Antenna submitted 2 songs for us to play tonight. RC23 is not a host, he's a producer, so he'll be on the producer's team. And
Yep.
you want
don't
to round
even
off your
produce
team, so
things.
it'll be 2 against 2. Does that sound fair? Fid, do you want to play? Is it a band?
I'm not here.
Okay. So
What?
He can play
Wait a
anyway.
minute. Stop
he can
the
play
fucking
anyway.
presses.
Peasy.
Stop the fucking presses.
I'll push the button, Peas. The presses are stopping.
Is that my beautiful
Okay, they're slowing down.
Is that my
They're slowing down.
beautiful,
Almost stopped.
beautiful angel Fid Chuli's lyric voice that I just heard on the radio?
All right, the presses are stopped, Peas.
Tell me I'm not dreaming.
I'm pretty sure
You're
that no
dreaming.
one is running
Yeah,
a Fid Chuli
you're-
soundboard.
You're imagining
No
things.
one
Damn
has
it.
ever constructed a Fit Chuli soundboard.
I would promise that I'm not pushing pre-recorded segments.
That's racist.
Fid, how come you're not calling
That's
me? when-
racist.
I'm not being racist, Fid. I told you I gave it up.
Yeah, you're.
Well, it's like
totally
riding a
seeing
bike,
this,
Peas.
yeah.
All right, let's play the show. Argus, I'm gonna say
An elephant never forgives.
I don't think that it is, but I'll forego to your ancient wisdom because you are a doctor and I'm just a reverend.
Well, you know, I kind of have to go with you there, and you know, caller 23 made a point, but you know, you said it didn't invoke enough peasiness, so I'm gonna say it's not a band as well. Wait, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, lock it in.
There we go. It's a negative.
Locked in.
Okay, so you guys all agree it's not a band?
Well, let's throw it over to the producers.
Yeah, well, I mean,
producers.
I already
Oh,
made my argument.
it's you and it's Fox and Peas versus Caller then.
And
Caller
Fid.
and Decoy Fid.
Yeah, I'm not really comfortable with that term, but yeah, okay.
That's racist.
Is that the only thing you guys can make Fid say?
Hold on.
Like you should
wait.
have a soundbite where he says, "Not with that attitude."
That's
I am very
racist.
honored to be part of the show.
That's
I'm supporting
racist.
communism. You're gonna be
It doesn't
surprised,
make it right.
Alcoholics Anonymous.
I know a little things about
put a
punch,
roofie
I
in
can tell you.
You're gonna be surprised.
How many peas do they have in there?
We don't have a soundboard yet, but
Fid,
we're
you got
working on
one
it.
right.
Our Slavic reporter.
very honored to
be part
How
of
many
it.
times? How many clones did you people make?
Racist.
I'll be fine.
The clones started making other clones.
Racist.
Yeah, that's always a problem. When the clones start self-replicating.
Oh yeah, right there in my race hole.
Have you guys had opportunity to give your answer yet?
Yeah, what'd you guys say?
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, I think if he's going to take
Peasy.
multiple spellings, then it's probably not a band.
Lock them in.
Locked it in.
All right, round one. What do we got, Dr. Cosmac?
It's a war.
Okay, well, both groups said not a band, and both groups are dead wrong because Peasy is a band.
Can't be true.
This is what I get for trusting you, Peas.
Oh, get it, girl.
Dag,
Yeah,
yo.
get it, girl.
Dag, yo.
Get it,
You don't think
girl.
that's racist?
Come and get it. Yeah,
Scalpod.
get it,
Hi,
girl.
Scalpod.
You say you
That's
want it? Come get it, girl.
That's
All right.
racist.
So, score is tied. Nothing to nothing.
Was there a
That's like
PZ
some
without
solo
the,
album
without
from
the
some
E?
broke up boys band.
I don't think there was a Peasy without the E. No.
Interesting.
Did you actually search it, though?
I may have done. Possibly.
Do not
Maybe.
question the search integrity
I'm
of
gonna see what,
an
let's see what
umpire.
it sounds like.
That's Scalpod. He met Weird Al.
Is that Peasy playing in the background there?
Peas is here.
Yes,
He
he's
put a
playing
roofie in
his
my drink one
trumpet
time.
in quotes.
All right, band number 2.
Band number 2. As You Peas.
Unbelievable, they're not better known.
As You Peas. Okay, Peas. On the last round, we went
That's
first,
a
so we're gonna
band,
those
dude.
are the producers. Producers go first this
Oh,
round.
I see. I see.
He's
He's trying to be.
There you
Well,
go.
I mean, as you peas. That's a pretty good one. I'm gonna go with it's a band. Fid, what do you think?
That's a chick that plays ukulele with her like equally hot other chick that plays a bass ukulele.
So we're going with yes. It is.
So,
Give it
yeah.
up for the bass uke.
Locked it in.
It's locked in.
Isn't it crazy that Fox has the drop of me saying that entire sentence and also this one?
God, I miss
The
him.
former was funnier.
I miss him so much.
Yeah.
Isn't
well,
it
Fox
crazy
and
that
Peas.
Fox has a clip of me playing that entire sentence and also this one?
Fox, I'm gonna say that's a band,
And this
dude.
one.
Oh, so now because everyone else thinks it's a band, you want to think it's a band. You're
No,
jumping
I
on
thought
the
it was a band.
bandwagon.
Remember before they even answered, I said it was a band. I
Did
said out
you?
of turn, then I was afraid that they got their answer from me. But
So wait, did we lock in the answer from?
The producers
You
said
did.
yes.
Yeah, we locked it in.
I
They
heard a
said
positive
yes.
lock. That what has been recorded. Yes. Positive.
Okay,
Double locked.
so
Peas,
Fox and
here's a-
Peas.
I don't know, Peas. You were wrong on the last
I
one.
know it. I know, but trust me, this time I'm using just the tip.
Double or nothing, Peas. Is that where we're headed?
No tips. You can't get outside help.
All right, I'll say it's a
You
band.
can't get pregnant in months that have 31 days.
There
What's
are
the
no
answer,
months with
Peas? What'd you
31
say?
days.
We said,
said it's a
yeah.
band.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
a band.
band.
Oh, is
Well,
this a
Positive
Warsh
lock.
again?
I heard it.
Okay,
So it's
well,
gonna be a
interesting
Warsh
development here because both of you said it was a band, and both of you said it was a band, and both groups are wrong. As You Peas is not a band.
Man, we're really
Meaning
doing
that-
great this time.
Both of you guys just have a big fat goose egg where your score should be.
And in our Jeep's parking spot.
So who's winning?
They're tied for last.
The show society is winning.
Tied for last. That could be the new section on the new
Is
bid
that
on
a
the
band
show.
tied
Yeah.
for last?
Is it a
Can we throw
band?
that in
Is
next
it?
Find
week?
out next week.
Save it for the future show.
It's time for the show.
Okay, next round. OPs.
Oh,
Oh.
Peas.
Peas.
All right,
What do
we're
you think, Argus? You speak this first this time. Use your thoughts.
the first. For
Use
the
your
first.
words, Peas. Use your words. Don't use your fists.
No, I want Fox to use his thoughts.
I wanted you to use your fists. Well, I don't know. Oh, Peas. Oh, that sounds like it'd be hard to search for.
Yeah.
You know, my thing, but the first thing, the font test. I can't even imagine in black and white what font they're going to choose for this, other than like
Well,
some
Comic Sans, of course.
that. Or yeah, I gotta say anything with P's in
Comic
it is
Sans.
probably Comic Sans.
Hmm.
But now that you say that, P's, I kind of maybe it is a band. I'm not sure. What do you think? Do you think it's a band? I'm kind of on the fence.
I want to say it's this really rockin' ska band that has like Maharaji musicians. So it's like Maharaji / ska.
Do you mean
I'm gonna
Maharaja or do you mean mariachi? Or a weird fusion of both that I'm not familiar with.
Yes.
Maharaji
Right.
Yeah, that didn't really
with ska. So I'm gonna say
the ska band.
I'm gonna say the more I think about that, the harder I'm thinking that's gotta be what kind of band it is. So I'm gonna say yes. It's a
All right, we're going with P. We're saying yes.
Okay.
To the producers.
Caller and decoy Fid.
Yeah,
For
well,
the
that's
game.
a good question. Let's
For
just
the
start
game.
out with
for the game.
Is OPs
What
a
do you mean
band?
for the game? I thought it was 0-0.
No, we're just playing 3 rounds and we're seeing who
Yeah,
who
you-
comes
Oh,
out.
okay.
So
It's,
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 Well,
it's
then-
first to score
so
a point
what if
this
I just
time.
choose the same
If you
answer they
truly
did? Then it's
honored
not
the
for game
memory of
anymore.
Fid, you would vote
We
the
go into
opposite of
overtime.
us because that's what Fid would do.
well,
because
if you get it the same, then it'll
Well,
be
I
a
don't
sudden,
know.
sudden
Let's,
death round.
let's ask Fid then, shall we? Hold on, give me a second here. Fid, what do you think?
If
Is
you'd
Fid
like to
down
make
on
a
the floor
call,
eating kibbles
please hang
now?
up and try again. For further assistance, please contact your operator.
listen to that.
Wait, hold on.
And he goes
Just wait until it connects. Just
No, I don't know. It's a good question. Let me try again. Let me try again.
For 45 minutes.
What do you think?
yeah, you just have to wait until it connects.
Here's the deal. OPs is a band, and they actually have a really interesting history. They came together for two reasons. They had two things in common. First of all, it was a quartet, and they were all quadriplegics, so they had the 4-and-4 thing going. And then, not only that,
that's a good soundboard.
but
That's a great fucking soundboard.
they
dude.
were
We
all
recorded all of this.
four of these men in this band were named Opie. And so they decided to call themselves the OPs. So not only were there four of them that were all quadriplegics, but they were all named Opie. And with these two things in common, you know, they felt like the universe was telling them to start a band, which never really, they never recorded any albums, so even if they don't show up in the search,
Well, it's funny, you know.
well, they're
because-
quadriplegics. They can't play
I know.
instruments.
Well, one of them played the guitar. Another one played the drums.
Well, not really. They didn't.
Well, they
One
thought
of them
about
sat
playing the
behind a
drums.
drum set, and
Well,
yeah.
really,
so
someone put him there.
the correct answer is yes. This is a band. You'll never find them if you search for them on Bandcamp or YouTube or anything like that, because being quadriplegics, they couldn't play instruments and therefore could not record an album. But they were a band, at least in spirit. I mean, where four or more cripples are gathered, there is cripple
Church.
Jesus.
Some fucking
Church,
good
brother.
editing, dude. That is really
All right,
well
we're
done,
going
dude.
with it is a band then. Lock it in.
It's a given, though.
Okay,
It
so
already is a
again,
band. We
both-
don't have to wait for the judge,
Both
though.
teams answered the
RC
same.
23.
I don't even
Positive
know
lock,
why I
and this
bother.
whole thing was a
But
wash.
yes, OPs is a band. So we enter the sudden
we
death
win.
round. No, we enter sudden death now.
Oh, I
'Cause you
thought
have
you were
one
saying the
more?
game was over.
You got one more? You got one more peas-themed band?
I don't have another peas one. No.
Then it's a wash this week,
It's a wash.
ladies and
Oh, for the
gentlemen.
first time ever, we just have a total failure to have a
No,
winner.
it's a tie.
Wait, I thought when it was a tie, we do the celebrity coin flip.
It's a push.
We
It's a
got Bob
bee's
Saget
push.
outside.
How much,
Win
how
or
much
do not
fit
win.
phrases
We've recorded
do
a
you
lot.
guys have? How many fit phrases do you guys have on that soundboard? I swear to God,
it's-
this is
how
amazing.
how long is a piece of string? How much HTML code can you
Man.
fit on a hard drive? I don't know.
It's like he's here.
Who could
a
not have
lot.
foreseen this
The answer is a
outcome?
lot.
Well, peas.
Like I've got one of him saying this,
Peas is racist.
and I've got another one of him saying this.
Peas is super racist.
Let's hear that first one again.
Peas is racist.
I got hours of this shit. I'm
Pe-
telling
pe-
you,
pe- peas is racist.
hours of this.
Scoop, 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 scoops.
Yeah, where's Scoops, peas?
Scoops is despondent, dude.
You get him over here.
He's especially despondent because his creator doesn't even remember that his name doesn't have an S at the end.
Give him a glass of milk and
Yes.
some Nutter Butters. He'll feel better.
What are you talking about? His name is
I'm
Scoops
just gonna go
McNews
borrow
guy.
my grandfather's hat and get a glass of grape juice.
Scoop
BRB.
McNews guy. Scoop.
You know what?
Singular.
Not peas.
Here's the thing. If you're really
Just because
close-
you kowtowed and gave in to peer pressure
I didn't give it a
stuck the S on, doesn't mean that it was always there, Peas.
It was always there. You'll have to prove to me that it wasn't always there, because
Can I
I've
get one of
seen
those
Scoops'
beers?
passport. He's Slavic, you know.
I'm pretty sure his name
Well-
is just Scoop, though.
I am
At
very
least that
honored
much
to be
is
part of the
undeniable.
show.
He is certainly Slavic.
Scoops
Yeah, that
with the
makes it
S
sound
is
more
the
Slavic,
nickname.
you see.
That's a nickname, exactly.
very
There's no
honored to
S
be part
on
of
his
the show.
Right,
driver's
because his
license
original
and or
name
can
passport.
hold me.
Yeah,
His
that
original
makes it
name
sound
actually
more
has a
Slavic,
different
you see.
meaning in his native language, but I don't remember what it was. I looked this up.
Well, it has something to do with scooping a news story, which is
No,
not
it doesn't.
scoopsing. It's not
No,
scoopsing a news
That's
story.
what it sounds like in English, but in Russian, it,
It means a totally different thing in Slovenia.
yeah, in Slovenia.
Scoop.
I forget what it was though.
All right, peas. Let's wash it up. We gotta. I'll tell
Time
you
to
what.
scrub up.
Before we get there,
You got a surgery.
you got
to do,
that
Peas.
list of Patreons I sent you last week and that soap commercial, Peas. You want to sell us on some
I'll tell
soap?
you what. I did get some. What do you call the soap? Trilogy? I did get some
Oh,
triology.
you don't know about the
Triology,
motor
and he said
homunculus?
it correctly.
Get
triology soap. Listen.
Who
I'm a
left
little
my
bit
mic
red.
on?
Had some rum and coke.
This mic is not supposed to be on.
Dude,
Oh, this is some
how come you
extra
don't call me
footage
no
that we
more?
got at the end of the tape.
I'm like this. I feel I'm the happiest I've been forever because.
Are you
I
saying
got
this
to
mic
work
has been
with-
on the whole time?
I've been trying.
Which one?
I've been working with Fid Soundboard, and that is sweet. That is some sweet radio shit right there.
Sell the soap, Peas.
What he doesn't know is that
Okay,
it was
hey.
the actual Fid.
Triology soap for your filthy ass. When your filthy ass is sweaty and grimy and it needs to be cleaned, don't just use Dawn or some kind of industrial lye. Use skin-sensitive Triology soap, now with Cumstock flavor, made by Peas. The eucalyptus oils in it will burn off any chafe or nasty SIDS that you might have on you. If you don't care for that, you can have peach-flavored Argus Q Fox soap of the scrotum, which is also a fabulous flavor. If you don't like that, you can go with Cosmac's Premier Cinnamon Tartar. All these soaps can be purchased at a nominal fee from triologysoaps.com.
You want to give them those Patreons too, Peas?
Yeah, there's some people. And
Yeah, that was well done, Peas. I agree with Scalpot.
Bravo. Well done, Peas. Well done.
And they say, and the people they're nice, and they like say, hey, we like the show, so they say do the show, and I so we do it. So we thank every time we do the show, we say thanks Couch Sloth, thanks Nord, thanks Caller 23. Don't you guys feel like Caller 23 is
You're
almost
welcome.
paying to be on the show? Thanks
Hey, you know,
Hazel
you
of
can
the
pay to be on the
Windmills.
show too if you like.
Thanks.
Caller 23,
It's
if you
true.
take
It's
your
actually
dick out
right.
of my
It's
mouth,
true.
I can thank you.
Thanks, YB Dobbs. Thanks, Skull Pod. Thanks, Reverend Richard Negative. Thanks, Dr. Cosmac. And there's a couple other people that don't like to be thanked, and I would thank them just to irritate them, but I'm not gonna because they're not on this list that I've got. But the other thing about these handmade soaps that I was talking about, they last longer than most store-bought soaps by at least 2 weeks. We don't have any scientific proof of that, but that's what we're saying.
Actually, that's
okay?
true though. I can
Most of the
testify to
soaps are
that.
glycerin based. Every 10th soap is not glycerin based, so that's like an added treat. What is it based on? We don't know.
animal fat.
Extra thick, and thick is spelt with 2 C's, so that means that thick doesn't really mean jack shit because it's not a real word. But that's lathers. So right off the bat, you can tell we know marketing. Makes it great for shaving. We're not going to be judgmental about shaving wear. Wherever your gender wants to shave, this soap is good for shaving those things. Okay? We'll make them to order for you. If you want some Triology soap that smells like the Jinkum canisters in X-Day, easily done. Easily done. And if you order 6 bars, you will get 1/4 custom bar for half price.
You really half price? Like if they order 6
Then they get a
bars, they get a
quarter.
half price quarter bar. Yeah, I think we can do better than that, Peas. What do you think?
Practically giving the soap away.
So
Yeah,
it's a quarter
why
of the
don't-
bar for an eighth of the price of a bar?
Why don't we just
Correct.
give the whole half of the bar away, Peas, for only
What? That's-
half the price?
Listen,
then? Does that sound like a better deal?
We
And then
have
it's
a
their custom
payroll to
soap,
meet.
but we'll
Argus
modify
Q
it a
Fox.
Save some money cutting up all that soap.
You know what? You
But
know
then
what,
their
Mr.
teenage
Smarty
son
Pants?
gets
You
into
wanna
the
give
soap
people a
cabinet
whole
and finds the
half
piece
bar of
of
Stay out of
soap
your
for
father's soap
nothing?
drawer.
Why don't
Yeah.
you just give him a whole bar of soap, Dr. Fox, Mr. Money Bags,
I don't-
Mr. Soap King?
I don't
just
know.
give him a whole bar of soap
the
if
soap
they
king
buy
of
6
Chicago.
bars.
Well, Peas, why don't you just apologize for that and and then apologize for everything else.
Well, here's the first thing I apologize. I thought last week's show was really good, but then I read in Discord that Argosy Fox thought it was like a sea show, like, sea.
Like the ocean, flat.
That's not guy. So I had hurt feels for a good part of the week. But then I came into tonight's show going, I'm going to do an okay show. And I feel like I almost met that level of excellence. I was almost
try to be okay.
Almost
okay tonight. And I would have been 100% on my game, except for I still, and I don't know about you viewers / listeners.
It's not the neck tune.
I don't know if I'm really on the radio with my idol and secret love for Julie,
IDLE.
or just some elaborate subgenius artificial intelligence soundboard that's been concocted and created in the Hypercube just to fuck with the Peas' mind and his love for
Is it
Julie.
working?
Well, Peas is the
I'm a truly Julie.
Wait, check
As
this
a
And
out.
I want to know
Racist.
when I'm talking to my friend Fit Julie, or
that
some
a nitrous
elaborately
freight train
AI
kicking your ass
fucking
Check this out,
created
Pete.
soundboard.
Check it
And I
Well,
don't
it's
think
like
it's fair, and I don't think
Peas-
it's right that you guys fucking play games with my heart like this, because you know how I feel about Finn.
Peas, it doesn't matter. It doesn't
I'm not
matter,
sorry,
Peas.
okay? I'm not sorry.
Because
Fuck this
as-
show. I don't even like doing show.
As Isaac Asimov said, any sufficiently advanced artificial intelligence is indistinguishable from
Finn Julie.
Yeah.
It's so true. God, how did they know? That's my apologies, dude.
Well, you're welcome.
Fucking soundboard. Just can't tell.
What would it take to prove that it's a soundboard, Peas?
Well, I don't know, because
Like,
you're.
say something that you think
Here's
I don't
the thing,
have
dude.
recorded.
I know.
And then I'll see
I know.
If I have
Here's
it.
the thing. Here's the thing I know about you is that you yourself will talk for 20 or 30 minutes about the amount of change you got back from the guy at the 7-Eleven.
You know how
okay?
long I'll talk?
So I know that it's
Forever.
within your bell house or
Forever.
wheelhouse, whatever you want to call it, to collect incredibly long pieces of Vid Julie's text, because we got 2 years of it, and to piece something together that would seem like Fid is actually speaking to me. So I know you're capable of that. Okay? And because some of the Fid Julie things that he said were so long-winded, it almost makes me feel like Fid Julie would have never have drug it on, because he was so good at radio, such a radio legend, that he would never have just gone on for such a abhorrent length. Almost, but you, RC23, when editing Fid's words, wouldn't know, because you have no. Oh, that's too long.
Yeah, I have no
I'm going
filter
on
for being too long.
Filter,
Yeah.
right? So you just apply that to the Fid Julie soundboard, and I think
I make him
that's
sound
what's
like
taking
me
place
progressively.
tonight. I think that's
I'm
what's
forming
really
a
happened
Fid
tonight.
in my image.
Yeah, I think that's what's happened.
What's something
Love
that
me, Father. Love me, Father.
What's something that you think I don't have Fid recorded saying?
Guy, you want a hug? Guy. Love me, Father.
Here's the thing, man. I could
What
hear
I
some of
edited
the
out is
cuts
that-
in the tapes of.
When
the
am I
Fid
going to
soundboard.
be like you?
I could hear some of the
He'll
cuts
get back in the
because
plan.
When am
I'm
I
really
going to
good
be
at
like you,
hearing
Father?
cuts. It's like seeing
Don't
the
worry,
pictures
I
guys.
love
This,
you.
this is all pre-recorded.
Love
tell
me,
when
Father,
something's
please.
chopped.
He's already
You
dead.
can tell
Don't
when
worry about
something's
it.
chopped 'cause
You
you
don't
can
have
see
to
the
have
picture.
feelings
I thought
for
that
him.
joke
He's
would be
already
funnier.
dead.
Love me.
Caller 2 3. Love me. Caller 2 3.
So what do you
La-
say, Peas? Are you
La-
sticking around for post-show?
Well, my belly's got hungries in it, so. I'm
Well,
gonna
I
have
guess
some
we'll have
dinner.
to see if Peas is going to make it to find out the truth. But until then,
What do you think the
you've
truth
been
is?
listening to Time for the Show, a production of HypercubeLaboratories.com. Subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and other garbage. Email us at email@timefortheshow.com. On Twitter at Time for the Tweet, Facebook.com/Time for the Show, TimeForTheShow.com. Get in the Discord. I'm Dr. Fox. On the Hypercom tonight, Reverend Peas, Reverend Scalpod, Dr. Cosmac, Caller 23, and Duplicate Fid Decoy Chuli.
Or was it?
We'll have to find out.
Was it?
You're listening to Time for the
We'll
Show
never
live on
know.
freethinkradio.com. Thanks to Dr. Ellis and Martha Artha. We will see you next time. For everybody else, stick around for Dat Post Show, yo. Time for the show.
Motherfuckers, you can never tell when they're playing pranks on you and shit. Because sometimes I think they're being my friends, but then they're like teasing me because it's like fucking high school.
Hey,
or something,
friends
you know?
tease each
I
other.
Don't know.
Peas,
From time to time.
peas, that's how you know that they love you.
Yep,
If they
we
didn't
tease each
tease
other.
you,
It's just
it would mean that they did
My
not
blind
care about
eye
you.
is
Some horseplay.
Jimi Hendrix and the Mamas and the Papas for recording.